Hi everyone. Um, this is the first video that I'm making because I think everybody's gonna try and get on Cockatrice because it's free and you can play Magic for free and with all your buddies. So I want to make an instructional video on Cockatrice before I make an instructional video on how to play Magic. Because Cockatrice is it's kind of a bitch. So the first thing that you'll probably see when you open Cockatrice is that you need an account. I have a couple of accounts. Um, I made one specifically for this. These are the specifications that you're going to need to go to the correct place. When you register your account, it's going to ask you for the port. You're going to put 4748. Rooster ranges, all of this. Your connection to the server should look exactly like this, and then you'll be fine. So it automatically connects, and then you'll see that the Magic tab opens. But let's take this piece by piece. So here we have the Cockatrice main tab. You have the disconnect button, your connect button. If you're not registered, you can register. Registering is completely free, and they send you a singular email, and then they never email you again. Start local game. I don't know what this does. Watch replay is the same thing as this tab over here. Full screen just makes the program full screen. I never do this. There's really no reason not to do that ever. Settings is a little complicated. A lot of this stuff doesn't really do anything. The only thing in here that I've actually used is appearance, because I have changed my how my cockatrice appears and how my cards appear. You can edit this however you like. So I'm telling you now because when we eventually get to where I'm trying to show you how to use the program to play the game, it's going to look very, very different from when you open the game for the first time. So close settings. Use your card database. The only part of this that I use is to manage my sets, because you control the art of the cards that appear in your game. So what I mean by that is some cards have multiple arts, like a Brainstorm, for example. Um, if you know the sets in which Brainstorm appears, if you put that set above the other ones, like I have Theros Beyond Death here, all of the arts for that, or the art that will appear for that card is that art. So if I type in forest, it is the generic forest is the Theros Beyond Death art. But these are specifically other types of sets that they started to diverge between for some reason. So you just gotta deal with that. But all my basics are Theros basics, because Theros Beyond Death is my highest set. And you can do that with anything. If you like some other sets, basic arts more, that's fine. If you have promo art on a card that you don't like, I wonder if I fixed this one. Okay, I did fix, so Ilharg the Razebore will appear probably in your Cockatrice by default with the promo art, which I hate. So I moved the set that Ilharg is in, War of the Spark, higher, which is it's right here. Okay. Then we have the feature that probably everyone is going to use the most, which is the deck editor. When you first open the program, your deck slot is empty, and you have your card info panel, which can be modified. If you close these on accident, I don't know how to reopen them, so just reopen the program. It takes like 2 seconds. But I'm just gonna load a deck. You can leave comments for yourself here, like reminders or whatever. The deck name goes here, and the deck name will be the same as your file name. You can change both of them. You can change the name here, but it will not change it for the file name. You have to go over here and change the file. Kind of annoying. But something that is nice is that if you switch accounts, your decks are saved to your machine. So as long as you're on the same machine, you still have all your decks. And your cards are all displayed here. The arts will appear here as well. Your sideboard is down here. Everything is divided. Well, in a bit, we're going to go over how to get the new sets and update your card database so that you always have the newest cards. View, I think this is just like this stuff. And the help is really important. Um, Thankfully, Cockatrice does receive relatively consistent updates. Um, Before, about a year ago, you had to have a second program on your computer in order to get new sets and update your database. It was called Oracle, and it was really, really annoying. But now we just have this button in this help tab that we can run instantly. It's still called Oracle to give the longtime users PTSD. We wait for this to load. It doesn't take very long. And when you first install the program and run the card database, it probably won't take very long either. And don't change any of these parameters, just hit save, it's fine. Next, finish. If there are cards or sets that have not been inputted in your machine yet, um, sometimes it gives you a notification. Yeah, it does this notification. So there's a couple of sets that I was missing. It asks you if you want to enable them, click yes, and it may have given me new art for my basics, which I'll have to change immediately. I know, we're fine. So those sets that I just uploaded did not have basic lands in them. Okay, so that's like the first page. This is a list of cards. This is literally every single card in Magic the Gathering. Um, Searching them by name is the easiest thing. If you do not know the card name, my recommendation is to go into our channel in the Discord and ask me, because I may know the card name if you can describe it well enough. If you can't do that, there are a number of databases that you can get on an app for your phone that will also help you find the name of the card. The one that I use is called Companion, I think. Yeah, it's just called Companion. It's quite nice. You can type in like the text of the card and it will usually pull it up. The only thing I don't like about Companion too much is it pulls up every single different card art for it, so it can be a little annoying. Anyway, let's move on. This is the server information. I never look at this. It doesn't matter. This is your account information. Because this is a fresh account I made specifically for this group. I have no buddies, but you all will be populating this soon. You also have your ignore users. Ignoring users is quite rare. It really only happens. Oh wait, there's a thing here to do this now. See, I'm telling you, this program is always being updated, and this is probably the best addition they ever made to this program. You no longer have to scroll through the list of people in the game to find who you want to add as your buddy. But you can edit your account, change your password extremely easily, unlike most like modern programs, which is fucking mind-boggling. Change your avatar. Ignoring users, you probably won't have to do it much unless you play online with random people. I mean, every now and again, someone sucks. I found that the administration and moderators on this are extremely helpful. And if you need to report someone, they will respond instantly. Just copy and paste the text that they sent you from the text, that's just a chat log in games that I'll show you in a second. And they will be on it. Like they're really great for that. This just shows you all your decks. I never use this tab. Game replays. I do use this. This is a new account, so I don't have any game replays yet. But if you are like trying to improve, or you just had a fun time with a game, you can do your replays from here. The only problem with the replayer is that you cannot rewind. You can only hit play or fast forward or pause. So if you miss something, you have to start over again, and that kind of sucks. Um, and then we have this tab. This is like the play hub, and you can organize. These are the games. You can filter the formats you care about. Um, these are the formats that I give shit about. So these are the ones I follow. If you want to watch standard or pioneer games, I don't think either of these are very popular on Cockatrice because of MTGA and Pioneer being garbage. Vintage is just a very rare format in general. Limited is pretty popular, I think, on Cockatrice, but doing drafts on Cockatrice is very difficult. You have to have a separate account or a separate program to do that, and everything. It's really annoying. Frontier is a dead format. Don't worry about that. Highlander is the same thing as Commander, I think. And then you can do more stuff. You can filter by buddies only, password protected, ignore, whatever. Oh, actually, I'm going to turn this on. Well, yeah, actually, yeah, because there's no point. Um, Here is the list of users. This is everyone who is currently on the program. This is the general chat log for everyone. So if you want to talk to like the entire, if you have a question about like, if you want to play with random people and you want to know like general cockatrice conduct for playing Commander with random people, this is a great place to do it. I've never used it before, but maybe you will. So here is every lobby that is open that has matched your filters. You can organize it by all these parameters. I always do it by type, and I organize it in this way. I don't know why. That's just how I like it. This is the usual number of legacy games. Modern is decently popular. Pauper is not about as popular as Legacy. And then Commander lobbies are, they're usually more, but it is a Thursday morning, so they're just not here. There's buttons here, but it also appears over here. You can just double click and see I'm in the game. There's my girl, Liliana the Veil, and a bullshit card. Anyway, creating a lobby is super easy. Name it whatever you want. I always leave mine as buddies only, but that's because I really only play with my friends. You can put a password, but if it's buddies only, it doesn't matter. There are unregistered users who play the game as well, but don't bother. Just get registered. It takes 2 seconds. And now we're going to do the really annoying part of Cockatrice. Now, the great thing about Cockatrice is that you get access to every single card completely for free. So you can make any deck that you want. The problem with Cockatrice is that they cannot do all of that and also automate anything. So everything that happens in a game of Magic, you have to track on this program. And if you're new, that can be really overwhelming. And even for experienced players, you can still forget something. Because playing in paper, um, you usually remember everything since you're physically holding the cards and you have time to think about it. But on Cockatrice, it's a little bit harder because the cards appear pretty small, and sometimes your focus is elsewhere. I mean, you tab out, you listen to music, anything can be happening. So you have to keep track of that. And other programs, if you've used them like MTGA and MTGO, automate the stack for you, and they ask you for a priority and etc. But stuff like that will probably be a little bit more explained in my How to Play Magic video. So when you are loading your deck to play a game, you've joined the lobby or you've created the lobby like I have here. Load your deck, pick the one. I'm just picking this one because it's the first one in my list. You're going to see a preview. If you play multiple formats like I do, this is really nice to make sure you don't accidentally load an illegal deck or a deck that is very underpowered. You see your sideboard down here, and then it'll organize the rest of your cards in however the hell it feels like doing. And this list actually needs to be updated a little bit because this is different from my Moxfield version. Anyway, when you are ready, you'll hit ready start. If you are playing a competitive format and you are in game 2 or 3, which it will automatically take you back to the screen when someone has conceded, and you would like to sideboard, you just click sideboard locked. It will notify your opponent that you have unlocked your sideboard, and then you can move these cards freely. If you're playing Commander, that doesn't matter. There is no sideboard in Commander. So just click ready, and when everyone is readied, the game will start. This is how it appears for when you're playing alone. If you're playing with multiple people, the screen will be a little more complicated. And I might log out and log into my other account to try and show you a replay of like what would that looks like. So when you're playing Commander, if you right click the board, it shows you a bunch of stuff. It's really convenient. If you're playing Commander, I like to put my commanders in the sideboard. So because you could just open it here and double click it, and it appears in it'll go straight to your stack, which is usually where people put their commanders on Cockatrice. If you don't want to do that, you just want to put it in your deck and then fish it out, that's fine. You just click view library, find it. When you exit that box, it will automatically shuffle it for you. So there are like a couple of things that this automates. I'm going to teach you a couple of very convenient commands for Cockatrice. So did I not allow myself to put a chat log for this? Oh, damn it. So F2 is the button to bring up the concession tab. Then you can just leave the game, and apparently I forgot to add a chat log. Why is there no chat log? Oh, there's no chat log for single player games, is there? That makes sense. Okay, so usually there's a chat log here. I was going to write out the commands so that you could see what I was doing, but I'll actually just, you can create custom tokens just by clicking create token, and then you have this. So the first I'm going to teach you is Control L. What this allows you to do is set life total. That's what the command does. So I'm gonna use Control L, and that brings up my life counter. And for Commander, your life total is 40. Another useful command I use all the time is Control B. This allows you to draw a card. So I'm gonna use the command right now. Control B. And I draw a card. You can drag it back. You can also just drag the top card, but sometimes you like drag it or your mouse bugs out and it like flies the fuck away and you want to die. Another one that you're gonna use a lot. Control I. This allows you to roll a die. So I'm going to use Control I, boop, and that brings up roll die. You can choose a number of sides to determine the number of, or who's going to go first. You usually roll a die. Usually it's a D20. My friends use the D420 because it's funny. You use whatever. Everyone will agree on what you want to use, and you'll go from there. My probably most used, Control M. This allows you to mulligan or shuffle and draw 7. So Control M, this allows me to draw a new hand. You determine how many cards you need to draw, hit enter, it shuffles my deck, and it draws me a hand of 7 cards instantly. If you need to take a mulligan, do it again. If the people in the group that you have decided to play with want to do limitless mulligans, which is what I do with some of my other friends, or if you want to do the regular Commander rules of 1 free mull and then go down after that, that's really simple. If you have mulled to, well, I've already mulled one, so might as well take another one. So let's say I keep this, because this is actually pretty decent. So you have to, if you're following the rules for the London Mulligan, choose a card in your hand, move to bottom of library in random order. It says random order because a lot of cards specify that, require them to be in random order. But when you're doing the London Mulligan for one, it's only just put it on the bottom. It doesn't matter, just do it. And it's over. Other things that are important. This is your graveyard. This is your exile. This will show your hand. This is your deck, your life total. These are different colors you can use to track mana if you're making a shitload. This is for colorless. This is storm count. You can also use one of these for your command tax. And again, if you're new to the game and you don't understand some of these terms that I'm using, I will explain that in the next video that I make. You also have your phases here, and you just click them to move through. General cockatrice etiquette is to click end step and wait for your opponent or whoever is next to pass it to themselves. This button changes who this is centered on by order of play. So etiquette again is to whoever has clicked is not to pass to yourself. Wait for them to click end, and then if you are the player in the next turn order, click pass and take your turn. And again, depending on who you're playing with, they will actually care if you move through your phases. I like to, but it's like to keep my skills sharp. Oh, there's one more command that I want to show you. This command is Control Shift, and you have to hold them both. B. Damn it. This allows you to undo draw. This is really useful if you have moved on to your turn and you drew your card, you went through your beginning phases, but the person before you says, wait, I want to do something really quick, or I needed priority, or I forgot something, etc., you can Control Shift D, undo your draw, tap whatever permanents you untap, and allow them to take their game actions. If you're playing competitive and you don't want to allow that, voice that. I've played tournaments on Cockatrice before, and I played with, I mean, some lobbies. Let's see if there's any. Yeah, competitive. Some of these guys will allow you to do stuff like that. Some of them will not. These testing lobbies usually don't care. I think that's it. You can navigate everything here. Your hand is going to appear on the bottom over here. I move mine here because it's kind of easier to see. I think that's it. Okay. So here is the replay function. It's going to be replaying one of the games I played. You'll see that all the people you're going to play with are going to appear on the list over here. Your card info is displayed on the right side here, which you can make larger. And this is how the game, your program, will look inside the game. A 4-player match will look like this. 3-player is very different for some reason. And 5-player is basically this, but with a blank spot over here and another person here. You personally will always appear here in the bottom left corner. I don't know why that is. And I'm not entirely sure how the program determines turn order. And it's fast forwarding, and I'm not sure why. That doesn't matter. Every game action that is taken will appear in the chat log. Cheating is almost impossible on Cockatrice. It's actually really nice. I didn't even show how to play cards. Huh. Okay, let's do that really quick. This is how it works. This is a 4-person game. This is me and my buddies playing. This is my other account. So I'm gonna make a quick game to show you how to do stuff. Playing cards is really easy. This is a bad hand, but it doesn't matter because I'm not trying to play the game. I'm trying to show you how to play cards. This here, this red area, is the stack. If you are familiar with how to play Magic, you know what this is. It is also where people put their commanders, but that's not very important. This is the battlefield, and this is your hand. Playing cards is really easy. Double-clicking a card that is castable will place it onto the stack. And you can then double-click it again, and it will go onto the board. If a card is cannot be interacted with, and it's a permanent, you can just drag it from your hand onto the board and then laugh at everyone. Lands are even easier. Double-click, goes straight to it. It separates lands by this divider. I want to see if I can find a tapped land, because that will appear. Will this one? No, it does not play itself tapped. These do though. So Blood Crypt says enters battlefield tapped, or enters battlefield, you may pay 2 life if you don't enter as tapped. If you double click it, it will automatically play itself tapped. To untap it, double click it. To tap it, double click it. Super easy. Playing the game is easy. Remembering everything that you need to remember can be really challenging, but we'll all navigate that together. If I miss something and you have a question when you're trying to navigate the program, please let me know in the Discord, and I will attempt to answer your question. If you come up, or if you find another command line that you think is very important, we can start a pin series in the Discord chat, so that we can all have access to this. But yeah, that's my Cockatrice tutorial, and I look forward to playing with everyone, either on a casual basis like our friend Tiger was mentioning, or if we want to do like a nightly organization and then go from there as well. Yeah, bye.